Welcome back, MetroKids. This weekend is extra special and we're excited for it. But Colleen, do you know what is happening in schools right now?
I really do. I think kids are getting really excited for something coming up, and that is what we like to call the last day of school.
The last day of school is upon us. It is coming up very soon, and I bet you have a ton of fun things planned. Maybe you've got summer school coming up, which is a good thing that you can do.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got some trips and things planned over summer, or maybe there's just some fun things that you plan on doing, like camping.
Or like maybe some extra fun things that are going to be happening at church this summer.
Yes, there are some amazing things that are going to be happening this summer. But Colleen, today we're going to be talking about something in MetroKids that I think is pretty cool, because we've been learning about creation. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to turn it over to you to tell us a little bit more about what we're learning about today.
Well, so we remember God created the heavens and the earth.
That's
right?
correct.
And God created everything that we see, everything that we know about, everything that we can even think about. And in our classes today, and in our video today, we're going to be learning even more about that. And I'm really excited about it. There's more learning to be done, even though the last day of school is coming.
That is true. We are so excited about it, and we're glad you're joining us here today. But what are we going to do first?
We are going to stand, and we are going to sing to our amazing God.
So let's get ready to rumble.
Or we could worship.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
worship.
let's do that.
This life is a journey, a path made for me. With every step I take, as I run this race, I'm becoming the person you call me to be. A child of God, a life redeemed. So I set my eyes on you, Jesus, I'm ready, and ready to go. Where you lead, I'll follow. Where you lead, I'll go. Not gonna wait for tomorrow. This is the journey of a lifetime. The journey of a lifetime. God, you already know me. I wanna know you. Help me grow stronger and discover the truth. I'm ready, let's go. Where you lead, I'll follow. Where you lead, I'll go. Not gonna wait for tomorrow. This is the journey of a lifetime. With every step I take, with every step I take, I'm becoming the person you call me to be. A child of God, a life redeemed. So I set my eyes on you, Jesus, I'm ready, let's go. I'm ready.
need a nap. Can you just give me a minute?
We are Connect HQ.
Every day we help the people of the world.
Live God's way.
We look for the links.
Make the connection.
And you never know what might happen.
How long was I asleep? 30 minutes, an hour, a week? 30 seconds. Cool. Sorry. It's just been a really, really weird day. But I know we have a postcard to answer, so let's get to it. Dear Connect HQ, I know God is good and everything he made was perfect. So why do we have to deal with bad stuff? Where did it come from? Signed, David. Excuse me just one second. Coffee. That's better. David, that's a really important question. Bad stuff does come up in life, for all of us. And it's normal to wonder where that bad stuff comes from. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this reminds me of a little situation that happened earlier here at Connect HQ. Take a look. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Oh no. What now? Captain Alyssa! Jaden, what's going on? No! Don't! Why? Ah, what is that? What's going on? We can't stay here! Follow me!
Cotton balls! Get your fresh cotton balls here! No earmuffs, that's okay. We got plenty of cotton balls to spare. Alyssa, could I interest you in some cotton balls? They may not be earmuffs, but they'll protect your ears all the same.
No. Don't bother. We're here.
If you wish to be granted an audience with King Mike, you must surrender your smartwatch.
What in the world? Seriously?
Ah! Alyssa! So good to see you. Thought you had been lost to the noise.
Huh? Okay, I'm gonna need someone to tell me what's going on right now.
Welcome to the lower lands, otherwise known as the basement. Might I interest you in some food? We only serve the finest of quietest of foods. Would you like scrambled eggs, yogurt, smoothies?
Mike!
Okay, fine. So do you remember how you told Professor Marie not to work on the iWorship app?
Yes, because the last time someone messed with it, it drove everyone nearly crazy. I remember.
Yeah, so here's what happened. Dot convinced Professor Marie to try to fix iWorship. She thought if they could get it up and running, it would be a great surprise for everyone. At first, it seemed like the update was a success. iWorship started working like we always hoped it would. But then something happened. Some sort of glitch caused iWorship to fail over and over again.
So that sound you're hearing is the sound the iWorship app makes every single time it fails, and nobody knows how to fix it.
King Mike uncovered a trove of earmuffs just after the first iWorship fail and brought us all to safety. Since then, we've gathered all the foam insulation we could find to protect ourselves from the noise. But we figure it'll only last for so long.
Okay, but you guys do realize that all of this is crazy.
Well, it's only as crazy as when Adam and Eve disobeyed God.
Come again?
Well, I just finished archiving that Bible link when the iWorship app started acting up. And once I heard what happened, I couldn't help but think that these two situations are pretty similar. Here, I'll show you.
This is the story about the God who loves us in the Bible. We find truth and purpose to love God and love others. We're searching God's word for things to discover. This book is alive, full of answers and godly advice. is alive.
Genesis.
In the beginning, God created the whole world. The first two people, Adam and Eve, lived with God in the Garden of Eden. Everything there was perfect and good. God told Adam and Eve they could eat from any tree in the garden but one, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. If they ate the fruit from that tree, then they would die. So time passed, and one day a serpent found Eve. He told her God had lied. Eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil wouldn't kill her. It would make her like God. In that moment, Eve saw the fruit looked good and trusted the serpent instead of God. She took the fruit and ate it. Then she gave some fruit to Adam, and he ate it too. When they did, evil entered into God's good world. Adam and Eve felt uncomfortable feelings they had never felt before. They were embarrassed and afraid. They tried to hide from God and make clothes for themselves, but that didn't make them feel any better. But Adam and Eve weren't the only ones affected by evil entering the world. Everything changed that day. Things started growing older, and getting sick, and dying. Adam and Eve had to leave their home in the garden. There wasn't anything they could do to fix what they had done. But that's not the end of the story. God had a good plan to make things right, and he did it years later through his son, Jesus.
When God made the world, everything was good. And then Adam and Eve chose to trust the serpent instead of God, and that's when evil entered the world. That's how all this bad stuff started.
Everything changed in that moment. Creation started growing old and dying. People started deciding what was right and wrong without God. And they got it wrong a lot. They made choices that hurt others and the earth.
And that's just like what happened with the iWorship app. Instead of trusting you, Professor Marie and Dot decided to start the app back up again, and everything's been bad since. It's only going to get worse.
No.
What?
Huh?
Okay, I know everything got bad after Adam and Eve sinned, and I know things are bad right now, but that doesn't mean they're going to stay that way. There's hope.
Where do we get it?
Dot.
Cotton balls? Can I interest you in some cotton balls?
Snap out of it, Dot. Are you listening to me?
Alyssa, I am so sorry. I really messed up. I thought we were doing something good, but it turned out to be so wrong.
Everything's going to be okay, but I need you to take me to Professor Marie.
But you can't.
You wouldn't. You can't go there. You'll be lost to the noise. The noise.
Okay, first of all, that's not a real thing. Second of all, give us back our smartwatches. Yours, mine. And I need 2 pairs of earmuffs.
Hey!
One for me and one for Dot.
That's better. Are you sure about this?
Absolutely. Let's go. Professor Marie!
Captain Alyssa, I'm so sorry. I've done everything I can think of to fix the app. Nothing's worked. All hope is gone.
That's not true. Don't you remember the video you made last week? The one for Darcy? I'm serious. Pull it up on your computer, put on your headphones, and watch it.
Nothing lasts forever. As scientists study the natural world, we've observed that this is part of life. Rivers dry up, forests catch on fire, and people we love can get sick. If that's all we have to look forward to in life, it would make living pretty sad, wouldn't it? But there's good news. The Bible tells us we have something better waiting for us in the future. 2 Peter 3:13. We are looking forward to a new heaven and a new earth. Godliness will live there. So what is this verse saying? What does it mean when it talks about a new heaven and a new earth? This is something God has promised us. One day God will make everything new. All of life will be good again, forever. Rivers will never go dry, forests will never catch fire, and none of us will ever get hurt or sick. Death will be no more. Once God returns, he will live here with us. Everything will be set right. And until then, we can make choices to make things new now, like deciding to become friends with Jesus and looking to him to help us know what's right and what's wrong. And that is something that can give all of us hope for the future.
See, Professor Marie? There's still hope for the future. You said so yourself.
You're right, but I still don't think I can fix it.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait around until God comes back and rescues us. I better go get my cotton balls.
No. When we choose to follow God, he gives us skills and gifts. We can use them to make things better now until God comes back and makes things new once and for all. This is one of those times we can.
How?
We don't need to fix iWorship. We just need to turn it off. Is that possible?
I think I know the code that can do that.
Anything you need, I'm here to help.
Let's do it.
So how do you think it's going up there?
Do you think they made it?
No way of knowing.
It's getting closer.
Sounds like it's getting faster, too.
How much longer do you think we have down here?
Is everyone okay?
I think so.
Oh, wait.
Jaden, what are you doing?
I think it's gone.
It is.
It's gone.
It is.
It's really gone.
It's just great. So, I think we could have our smartwatches back. Or...
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I guess so.
That's amazing!
What happened next?
It was the moment of truth. I don't think I've ever seen anyone turn the power off with as much gusto as Professor Marie did.
It's so crazy to think that that's all it took. There was hope all along. We just couldn't see it.
There's always hope. God's creation got hurt by sin, but he's making everything good again. No matter how bad things get, we can trust that he's still at work.
God's creation got hurt by sin, but he's making everything good again. I don't ever want to forget that.
Alyssa, are you okay?
Yeah, sorry. It's just been a really big day. And I still have a postcard to answer. I better get to the hub. So like I said earlier, it was a pretty weird day. But David, I think there's a lot we can learn from what happened. Do you remember the verse from Professor Marie's video? Why don't we say it together? 2 Peter 3:13. We are looking forward to a new heaven and a new earth. Godliness will live there. So no matter how much bad stuff we see, it's important to remember that God's promised us hope for the future. When God made the world, everything he created was good. But then Adam and Eve trusted the serpent instead of God, and evil entered the world. That's where bad stuff came from. Now, things grow old, get sick, and die. And people make choices that sometimes hurt themselves and others. Those kinds of bad things can make it easy for us to lose hope. But here's the great news. God has a plan to make everything good again. One day,
God will come back and make all things new. There will be a new heaven and a new earth.
And until then, we don't have to wait around and do nothing. When we choose to follow God, He gives us gifts and talents that we can use to make things better, right here and now. Don't forget, God's creation got hurt by sin, but He's making everything good again. And remember, Connect HQ is here to help you. Why do we even have this many earmuffs? I mean, these are kind of nice. It's like I have 2 chinchillas on either side of my face.
Oh, you're a good chinchilla. You're a good chinchilla. Yes, you are.
God has a plan to make everything new again, and that includes us. When we choose to follow Jesus, we are given a new heart and a new friendship in Him. If you haven't decided to make Jesus your leader and number 1 friend, you can make that decision today. All you have to do is remember the ABCs.
A, admit. Admit that you've done wrong and ask God to forgive you for disobeying Him. B, believe. Believe God sent Jesus to take the punishment for your sin. Trust that you're forgiven because Jesus made you right with God. C, choose. Choose to spend your whole life depending on God's power to help you say no to sin. As you live and love like Jesus, tell others God is your leader and number 1 friend.
Did you make that choice? If so, be sure to talk about it with a parent or leader you trust.
This life is a journey, a path made for me. With every step I take, as I run this race, I'm becoming the person you call me to be. A child of God, a life redeemed. So I set my eyes on you, Jesus, I'm ready, and ready to go. Where you lead, I'll follow. Where you lead, I'll go. Not gonna wait for tomorrow. This is the journey of a lifetime. The journey of a lifetime. God, you already know me. I wanna know you. Help me grow stronger and discover the truth. I'm ready, let's go. Where you lead, I'll follow. Where you lead, I'll go. Not gonna wait for tomorrow. This is the journey of a lifetime. With every step I take, with every step I take, I'm becoming the person you call me to be. A child of God.